Hey YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's toy review. And as you can see, we've got Thomas the Tank Engine right here. And the reason why I'm vlogging here today is because today is Thursday the 21st. It's of course my special video. But it's actually going to be straightforward, a little bit of a hybrid in between, something that's utterly special and or not so special. You remember back in the good old days, I used to put like credits and whatnot on my videos and whatnot. And the other thing is, I'm actually not going to, well, despite the fact it's Thursday the 21st and I'm vlogging, and I might as well have a bit of a chit chat right through the end of the video. I'm not going to actually feature most and or if not all of my products in reverse, because when I'm filming here, like, or should I just say, as I'm vlogging here now, as you can actually see that the text always seems to go back to front, doesn't it? Like if I hold this bottle of sun lotion here, you can see it's all reverse. Okay, that's a very classic example that I'm showing it to you guys. So I'm basically not going to show my flip-flop toys in reverse when I'm filming like this, because it's going to straightforward confuse and actually jumble up some people's words. It'll be very difficult to unjumble words, isn't it? But anyways, yes, for a bit of a special Thursday the 21st of August, there's some good news, but there's also some bad news I need a straightforward encounter. So, of course, yes, if you remember the last videos I did, which was about Otis Beer, Melamaro 720, who I believe I was ranting about. I got very angry when he actually straight returned to Twitch, because all he just says is, there you go, and that out of context stuff just, you know what I mean. Anyways, let's straightforward, I'll take you to a different room, because obviously with the train running like so, we've got Thomas the Tank running. He's not actually there. Oh, there he is. Obviously, I think it's a bit troublesome to vlog because I'm actually straightforward concentrating on my face. And the other thing is that when I point down into things, it looks a little bit awkward, doesn't it? Okay, I'm re-rolling Thomas. Like so. Yeah, I can't really pinpoint towards him. But anyways, I'm just going to go up next door and I'll just straightforward see what products am I going to be reviewing today. But I've also got this bag with me, and I'm going to show you what I've actually been doing so far. And actually, you know, one of the greatest places I've been to, and that was the Hub on the Green, and I've been making some really interesting stuff here along the way, like so, either be it good or bad. And actually, I forgot to put a licensing info on one of these things. Just straightforward, give me a sec, and actually I'm going to straightforward put up a name of one of my products, which is actually going to be some sort of B badge. But hey, don't be fooled in the way I'm writing, because hey, it's going to be like the other way around, since it's all going to be like made back to front for a Thursday the 21st special, as you can see. And yes, I'm straightforward doing it right now. Okay, so yes, as I'm doing a Thursday the 21st of August vlog special, I'm going to show you this B badge right here, which yes, I added licensing info along the way here, and there's also quite a few products. And of course, yes, right near the end of the video, I'm actually going to speak about, yes, I've got this picture frame, and I'm actually not going to show you pretty much all of the products in reverse, because it's going to pretty much confuse people's reading. Yeah, let's go right ahead and start doing some toy reviewing first. Oh yes, let's go and straightforward speak away from vlogging. Okay, so yes, we've got this B badge, and as you can see, it's actually quite a fairly nice looking thing. I actually made this on Wednesday, yesterday. It's got a picture of a bee on the front, which is actually quite very nice and realistic looking. And strangely enough, is it a buff-tailed bumblebee? It actually looks quite transparent, as strange as it sounds. And if I flip it over, it's got like painting like over there. It's actually quite rough and ready, but it says a licensing info. It's also transparent as well, because I've actually wrote that just to scratch the paint off. But not only that, just to include it as part of my product range via FlipFlap. And as you can see, that's what it's made with. Strange enough, am I just product placing them as FlipFlap products? Or is it just me? I feel like, who knows, maybe it's just a company talking to another company working on something else. You know, you've got 1-2 components like that together. It's quite a nice, really realistic sort of design here. I love the how you know, it's all been coloured like a regular bee, like it's all ochre yellow. This bee here is also ochre yellow. It actually looks fairly nice. I think the rough and ready aspect of this painting here is not the best. And I'd probably leave it to dry. I think what I'd probably rather use is newspaper
and acrylic paint, that might be much more better than just using Guarchi paint because it's a bit too thick. And not only that, it just straightforward eases off really easily. That's probably not one of the best options to go for. Maybe you can just put it on a freaking heater. That would look very much more nice. And hang on, let me just reroll Thomas because I think he's derailed at the moment. And as I've been seeing this so many times, like Thomas the Tank always seems to do well, and not only just Thomas, but also other trains as well. Like, okay, so basically, this toy here easily gets derailed all the time. Say hello to the friends and the fans on my YouTube channel. Hello, I'm Thomas, and I'm pulling a good train. Yes, and I'm just straightforward, quite, that's the essence with YouTube videos and whatnot, hey. Doing vlogs, it's something that I don't often do, but hey, on the 21st of August, it's my ethical tradition. Or should I just say, my traditional ritual. Do vlogs all the time as I go out, and hey, there's nothing wrong about doing a very good vlog on the 21st of August. Actually, more like every Thursday the 21st. That's what I'm on about. And I don't know how that tradition came onto effect, but hey, vlogging is straightforward. One of the big things I haven't really thought of. But hey, as you can see, I can see some bread being thrown out to the birds, obviously. There was a few pigeons that came along and gobbled it up, but let's talk about cows. The next product here is going to be this weird-looking portrait. I presume it's made in China, going by the looks of it, but it's actually quite a fairly nice and stunning-looking portrait of a picture of cows. We've got two cows there. They look like Frisians. If anyone knows their cow breeds, please let me know. We've got like a very weird-looking featherized, how would you call it, palm tree, and also busher as well. There you go, there's the palm tree. You can just see how much feathers has it been implemented as well too, just to look like an actual palm tree. And there's a very weird pun that says, an amusing vacation, utterly motivating and mooditating. That's the weirdest pun. And then there's those little udders right on the bottom of the cows. How weird is that? And there you go, there's more shrubbery going on here. There's a bit of riverine, or should I just say riparian, stony bits on it. And I can hear some police cars outside, which I don't want to get into trouble about. There you go. And then there's the other side here. Okay, it's got like a stand, like so. There's a lot of police cars in the background here, which is not really helping. Oh, yes. As I'm about to reroll Thomas, there's actually one more thing. I need a straightforward pop-up here. I think the police is straightforward outside at the moment here. And it's straightforward taking over this whole video. But do you guys remember I actually showed you this in a previous video? Well, unfortunately, I'm actually not going to smash this one up today, I'm afraid, because I'm actually doing a toy review, a legitimate toy review. So basically, I'm going to postpone it up until maybe Friday, maybe another day sometime this week, or if not, I might as well just have to hold that video up towards the middle part of next week, and I'm not sure, I'm just hoping it's Thursday of next week, or I don't know, maybe I can just wait for another week or so. It's very tricky to come along and put up videos like that at this point because, there might be some delayed videos as well that I also need to work on as well, right towards the near end of the week, which is, it's pressurizing. It's just wrong, some things just don't ever seem to get better, don't they? My YouTube channel has been highly infested with toy reviews, and it's almost utterly embarrassing to do so because obviously, it's, okay, so let me get this straight. So there's been a huge, vacuous amount of toy reviews on my YouTube channel, and I sort of think back to myself, why has there been a very massive onslaught of toy reviews on my YouTube channel throughout this month? And it all comes back to a factor that I really don't know of. Like, I think it just goes back to the part when you've got other people supporting you, but then at the same time, it's like when you get really stressed or when you get really angry, it becomes this stubborn-minded factor. You know what it's like? It's like if someone is being supported, but then that supporting person is straightforward getting angry all the time. It's like, let's just say someone's mother is being very fussy and very, let's just say, high. Or should I just say, like, how would I guess it? Like, very strong-willed and very high-demanding for some hard work and effort to be done. And, they always, it's like a tiger parent when you, imagine if you are being raised by an Asian parent, and it's like, it's one of these things. They get highly angry, they can get highly expectation, and they basically raise so many high expectations for, like, the next further coming person of the generation. And I think that's probably a bit of a problem with people like that.
for me on YouTube, I seem to do so many tool reviews just because of that ongoing problem of persistent tool reviews, and I think it's going to continue throughout the rest of Friday and also towards the weekend as well, I'm sure, which is going to be really devastating because of the number of idea for our products is actually going to be straightforward shrinking because of the amount of resources I'm using is becoming, it's going to plummet. I'm sure it's strange, but hey, I know it's deeply saddening, but hey, it's one of these things that we just can't beat. But hey, you know what, apart from what we're seeing here, I tell you what, it's actually quite fairly nice somehow, this very cute looking poster, or should I just say picture frame of a cow, or a pair of cows. Looks like they're stacking on top of each other, or are they just two totally different, distinct looking cows? There you go. I feel like I want to make more cow themed products because I want to be some sort of weird cash cow. Look, there's a little cloud right there as well. Let's see what it's made in. There you go. It's made in China and the UK. Fairly weird. It's got that. I think these picture frames are from the Works that are made up from. I don't know how much they would cost for. Oops, I've dropped on the floor. Bloody hell, how weird is that? There you go, there's a lot of that going on here. There's a bit of a river detailing like that. There's some skies, another whatnot. And there you go, there's some more detailing on the back there. There's the sky. There's also a bit of rockiness as well. But let's move on to a product which I'm going to straightforward finish off this video because, hey, I feel like vlogging is going to be my central thing when doing videos like this. And it's nothing worse than getting angry over the fact that I'm just so sick and tired of doing tool reviews. But hey, I feel like I have to because, hey, it's hard work. And don't forget, I'm doing another one on Fridays midnight, okay? On Fridays midnight, I'll be able to do a tool review. Don't you worry. Okay, so it cost me £24. It's the Flip Flop Origami Southeast Asian Wild Bantang Barley Cattle and Bull, or should I just say Bull and Cow Herd 12-pack. It's quite a very interesting product that I've just made recently today because obviously I wasn't expecting to do a toy review vlog, a licensed legitimate toy review vlog. There's the back of it. Imagine if this was all coloured in green. That would have been very much interesting somehow. Yes, it comes with bulls, it comes with cows. There's all different types of that sort of thing going on here. But let's see what you get for your money and see what they're like. Out they come! Here comes the cash cows! Moo! Yes! Let's move it! Moo! Yes! It's bovine intervention from those crazy cows! And, of course, yes, it's a case of 1, 2, 3 strikes and you're out. Thomas the Tank has derailed again! I'm sorry, sir. I've caused confusion and delay for that stupid vlog of yours. It's not stupid, god damn it! Right. Anyways, I'm going to straightforward head back to the other room and review those crazy Bantang cows. Moo! Yeah, let's move it, baby, eh? And I'll tell you what, all of these toy reviews are going to be making milk. And hey, did you see my feet right over the background? I'm pretty sure you did for a few seconds left. Of course, we've got a bull, which is straightforward, very greyish looking. It's got some horns. The other side here has got like a mouth. It's very well defined. The other side here, it's a bit too thick, that mouth. Okay, maybe I can just turn the brightness and see what those cows are looking like. These cows look fairly nice. There's another cow which looks like that. Hey, it looks oh so stunning. And there's the other side here. I don't think that actually has a mouth in it. I can't really tell. Strangely enough, all these are bulls because they've got the prominent horns and the black colour like that. There is another wild species of cow called the gawa, which is probably the largest wild cattle ever been seen in the world. It's quite a very rare species of cow, but this thing here is more rare. But it's actually a tad lighter. I'd say it weighs about 18,000 pounds. I'm pretty sure about that. And there's another cow here. No, wait, that's a bull. God damn it, why am I getting those cattle names so straightforward? Deranged. Get it? Deranged. Because, hey, cows do live on the range. Oh, yeah, home on the range. Why do I sound like a bloody country singer, like a frickin' hillbilly redneck or bogan type person? I feel like I am. And there's another bull, which looks like that. Sometimes the colour can be straightforward, slash grey in colour. Okay, yep, we've got a nice looking cow, bull thing, and then there's the other one there as well. I think if you look closely, they don't have eyelashes, they're just male bulls, okay, they're just bulls, right, okay, and apart from the bulls, we've also got the cows. Moo! I want my milk, yes,
Yes, Bessie, god damn it, you need to have your dough milk from that point here. Hey, I tell you what, I sound like some sort of redneck when I'm reviewing cows, because it's all a bit of a country theme, isn't it? Yes, they've got like white legs, greyish looking hooves, even though it's got like white on the front. They got pointy ears for some strange reason. This part of the ear has not been painted that well. There's another cow which looks like that. Sadly, some of the cows here are experiencing some deterioration. Like this one here is looking like it's going to have some sort of broken skull, like a broken head, because I can definitely tell there's a hole right over in those cows. There's another female here. This one looks like a calf, to be honest. It's not been painted that well, but it does look quite interesting. And then we've also got lots and lots of other cows. There you go. This one looks like it's been squashed up. To make them look like cows, you need to have a nose which looks like that, all thick and very big. And it looks somehow great. Oh yes, and I think Thomas is doing very well, pulling his train. Very, very nice to see the cows all looking like that. I'm not going to load them on the train because I've actually got lots and lots of things to say about why there's been a massive apocalypse of toy reviews this August. And I sort of wonder, why do I even bother? And I'm actually not going to repack those cows because they actually do appear to be soaking wet thanks to the exposure to watercolor paint. And I think I must have used too much of that stupid watercolor paint that I've been using. And to pretend that I've just repacked the whole thing, I'm going to cover it like this. And yes, after I've just covered up the cows, I'm going to go down like so. Yes, it feels like I've been milking a lot of toy reviews, but haven't I just straightforward realised that the number of toy reviews I've been doing has been significantly higher than I've actually expected. And I think often when there's a huge, massive toy review season, my room often tends to get excessively messy during, let's say, Monday and Tuesday, which is a bit strange. And I'll tell you what, that mess is going to come back again today on Thursday because I never expected to do a toy review on that vlog. Now, the other video that I've actually forgot to do is the rant video, which is part 3 of Otis Beer. Gosh, that stupid streamer, and I know Thomas the Tank is derailed, but, you know, having to have quite a lot of videos being uploaded on my YouTube channel is not actually a very happy thing to see because, you know, yep, you got to deal with a lot of stress that you got to put up on making videos on YouTube, and the other thing is that when other things start to anger and distract you, you're gonna lose confidence on producing other stuff as well too. You know, that's my gut feeling about this, and I think that's just straightforward a bit of a thing on YouTube when when you start to get really crazy over a certain thing you got to do, at the very end it makes you very moody. And I mean, it was not a cow pun, okay? I'm being very serious. Like, sorry if I have to put up a little bit something serious, but it's something for people to really understand about video making on YouTube and what it's actually like on the site now. And I tell you what, everything is all now becoming a complete downfalling joke. In fact, a really bad joke. And I tell you what, there's been so many toy reviews so far, and it's been vacuous and pretty much to do with other people supporting me. As I said before, you know, the reason why there's been a huge apocalypse of toy reviews on my YouTube channel is mainly to do with the fact it's other people supporting me now. And if there's one person who's actually straight for supporting me or not, well, I don't have to do it. I don't have to do whatever toy review it is, unless if I got much more, resources than what I've actually expected so far. Strange, isn't it? But yeah, I've actually got about one more for that product to do for tonight on midnight, and hopefully, should that be the end? Well, I really don't know, because it almost seems like it's too hard to be true or not. Maybe I can make more for that products, or maybe I can just start thinking about other products I can review in the near future. Maybe that's just what it is. You know, I could just straightforward think about making other products, for other sites and whatnot, and hey, there's nothing wrong about me looking like a complete unscrupulous fool just doing toy reviews. I'm just straightforward the only guy on YouTube who does other stuff than just doing, well, I don't know, it's just one of these things. On YouTube, I've got a huge portfolio of different things, and that's just the embodiment of things. I'm just straightforward, the sort of person I really am now. I just don't want to sound like a complete nobody.
And as crazy as it sounds, I've been making up to about 140 subscribers because, hey, clearly my audience is straightforward, a little bit cosmopolitan, if you know what I mean. And I'll tell you what, the number of our products I've been making has been skyrocketing high. And the reason why it's been skyrocketing high is because of the entire mess that I've just been making in the house recently. And also because of all of those reasons that I said earlier on. It's like, I don't need to repeat the same because I know you guys are going to get really, really bored about this. But who knows? It's maybe probably because it's maybe, it's just the fact that my English is straightforward, a little bit mixed. And also the fact that because of what really happened last night with the stupid streamer that appeared on Wednesday, it has cost a lot of my enthusiasm, a lot of damage. And the reason why it cost a lot of damage was because it really sort of delayed my time making Fat Toy products, but also other video ideas on YouTube. And I'm just sort of thinking, can I get a break away from the site? Well, maybe I can, but I've just felt like, I've got one more Fat Toy product to be made for midnight, and then that's it. Although this is mainly subject to change, and I think that's where my feelings of skepticism sort of comes into. It's just the way it is. I seem to be very much a person who is highly sensitive to other people's emotions. If people get angry, I get angry as well. Or in this case, I just straightforward flee. It's a little bit like if you see a giant bull, a charging bull that's coming up towards you, or let's just say a tiger, you might as well just run away. You might as well just attack it. It's called the fight or flight response. It's just this amygdala it's those hormones. It's the adrenaline, and it's also those giant testosterones. I'm sorry I have to say this, but that is just the way and how humans stress out. Okay, so, it's not the brightest vlog you could put up here because obviously today is a very moody and very grumpy day, as you can see from those clouds and whatnot. And there you go, there's a bit of proof why today is looking a lot more pessimistic than I initially thought in the first place. Yep, those grey skies, they're all covering it. And it's nothing worse than just seeing me just doing toy reviews about cows, because, hey, that's the best thing about my life, hey? I'm actually sort of thinking, if I'm doing so many toy reviews, does that mean I'm becoming some sort of weird cash cow or a fat cat? Moo. Actually, that's not how cows make. They just moo, and then they just burp and fart when they just eat food and stuff. And, I don't know, I'll tell you what, I think I've been making so many toy reviews so far this week, I feel like I need a break. But at the same time, there's going to be a whole bunch of other changes that you may or may not even expect, to possibly say the least, because, hey, what I might do after doing this video here is going to be a complete question mark. It's going to be a giant question mark to lead up to. And I was expecting this to do the vlog, something a lot more special, but I just thought maybe because of the whole toy review pattern that has decided to barge in unexpectedly, well, I've actually straightforward downsized the vlog a little bit to, basically a minimum. Even when covering about toy helicopters like that, I can just straightforward save it for another time, because obviously I can't have two ideas clashing with each other. I mean, I can present knockoff toys, but at the same time I don't have to, I don't have to, go ahead and smash these toys up. And I'm actually going to save this for about a week or another day. Because if not, and if I'm, focusing on delayed videos on YouTube, maybe it's best me just stick to those until I feel like I'm ready to make newer and fresher videos on YouTube. Because I'm sick and tired of how the YouTube algorithm system is like these days. And also, on whoever is supporting me gets really cranky about me when I'm not actually making videos on YouTube. During a time when I'm not making videos on YouTube, heated arguments can occur, and it's just a normal human being. It's that stubborn mind that always seems to come in at a complete recession, like a complete vicious cycle, if you know what I mean. This persistent, stubborn-headed, vicious cycle that goes around, that seems to take over your mind, is a killer. And I mean, it's going to be a very constant and ongoing killer on my YouTube channel, and also outside of my activity on YouTube. And I think that's just the thing. And also because I'm autistic, as you can just see me, I'm just basically walking around from room to room just to actually, calm myself down. And as you can see, that's a bit of a thing. I can just straightforward vlog and walk from room to room, and that's it. And I'll tell you what, I don't know what to really say, but as you can see here, all those boxes all straightforward, nice and tidy, all nice and spanking clean. And I'll tell you what, same with the other side here as well. Everything is all clean as a whistle. Oh my goodness me, I feel like I've got dyslexia. But everything is all clean as a whistle. That's what I'm trying to say here. Like, it's probably to do with other people's voices from other countries as well. That also seems to mess people's brains and stuff like that too. It's just what it is. I'm just the nobody. I'm just one of these guys who can try and do other things for the sake of my passionism instead of pessimism. I've got a lot of optimism involved by doing lots of toys, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of it inside here. Oops, I forgot to show you everything of what I've got. I've actually got a lot of components right over here. And right over there are some of the previous toys that I reviewed in past videos. And I'll tell you what, a lot of the toys that I've seen, that you might have seen in previous videos, I'm actually sort of thinking, how do I actually preserve the toys? Well, it's a little bit of a hard story, because whenever I move around and just straightforward, like, you know, pack up and make toys and whatnot, it's one of these things. Sometimes I can be very lazy and a bit slow moving, and sometimes I can make some really nasty and gnarly product accidents, like seeming like it seems like I'm just no one. Okay, so sorry. Let me just straightforward think for a while here. I need a jump cut from that point here too. Okay, I'm actually speaking out away from the camera now, and actually, who would ever want to see a guy who does not know how to speak properly? If, like, English is your first language, well, do so. Just go ahead and just do so, actually. So, obviously, with the way I treat my Flip-Up products, I seemingly keep them in boxes like that. Obviously, one of the harshest things I've done to a Flip-Up product before is that if there's not enough room, I can just put on a box where it's already been fully packed. But this can be highly consequential, because when I pack up so much stuff, it makes it very difficult for me to store as much stuff as possible as I can. Because as you can see, I've got so many boxes of so many components. And in there, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of other products I reviewed, like this other cow product that I reviewed. There's actually been so many of these products around here. And I'll tell you what, I think by Friday, you're going to see a much more bigger apocalypse of Flip-Up toys all over in the place. It's just a continuous and vicious cycle, which is happening at a very fast rate, and I don't understand why. It almost feels like as if today has become a complete joke. As funny as it sounds, well, not funny at least. Man, the amount of toy views I've been making on YouTube has been very high, and I'll tell you what, I don't know what to really say, but I feel like I'm losing so much confidence in the site now. And I just don't know what's going on with me now. Is it just me, or is it just trolls doing this, you know? Unfortunately, just making the same sort of stuff over and over and over again can somehow sort of attract the wrong sort of people, because I do know that making toy reviews is my passion, but when it gets so overloaded like this week and last week, it becomes a complete joke. It becomes like, you know, this complete invasion of people wanting to just straightforward take advantage of my YouTube channel and just put it up as their own. And I mean, that's just not fair. Very much so, no way, Jose, to that one. You know, I'm just a guy who's very much the love of my own toys. I'm just very much a guy who's hyper creative and someone who really loves to build toys of my own, and that's it. You know, I'm just straightforward thinking back to myself, why am I so passionate about building Flip-Up toys when I've got nothing else to just straightforward, you know, get the crap out of me? It's my main feature, okay? It's my main embodiment, okay? It's my main employment. It's my main embodiment of who I really am. I am straightforward a very creative type person, and I've been heavily inspired by other YouTubers like, you know, Leo Can Video and Stuart Ashens. That's the one important thing to say here about doing those toy reviews. And also Vloggers has also become a bit of a thing as well too. Well, it was, but this is the only vlog I'm going to put up for today. Okay, so as I've been straightforward speaking towards camera for a long period of time, I think what's really special is not that special anymore. And I think I kind of sort of regret on doing so many Flip-Up toys. Like I've been doing so many like planes. And oh yes, I forgot to show you my new storage device I've got. I've actually got quite a lot of storage devices, like this one here. I can store like, you know, birthday cards, helicopters, fire trucks, airplanes. There's more planes over here as well. As you can see, I've got a huge collection of Flip Up toys. I've also got quite a few keyboards that were quite relatively faulty. Like these two here, I think. This one here had... I think this model one here was playing up, I think. And the keys were just straightforward typing in 3 digits instead of like 1 digit, which is not that great. And this one here had been suffered by water, I think. It's not that great, isn't it? But, yeah, it's just one of these things that you just cannot straightforward beat. As sad as this sounds, and I tell you what, hey, I feel like I've been making too many Flip Up products, haven't I? Yes, I have, but hey, would I believe anyone? Yes, I would. Or maybe I just should say the word no. But anyways, I'm going to straightforward leave it here. I need to go ahead and just straightforward take a bit of a rest because I'm just straightforward a little bit bored. Other than the fact that I'm just doing some sort of vlog, which went straightforward from being joyful into something that's a bit too, you know what I mean, very boring-ish. Anyways, I'm going to leave the video here. Stay tuned for the next vlog or the next video, toy review thing, that'll be coming up on Friday on midnight. So if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a very good like, subscribe for more toy reviews in the future, and I'm really sorry if this video has been straightforward, you know, monotonously long. As always, thanks so much for watching this video here, and bye for now. That's all I can really say here. Well, I'm sure the art of vlogging is quite fairly straightforward, not the most simplistic thing to do, but I can just straightforward reroll Thomas along my way.